Beloved to me, brother and my sister, have you ever felt like your life has been a storm lately? Like everything is happening at once, and it's almost too much to bear? You faced challenges you never expected, pressures you never imagined, and moments that made you question, why me? Life can often feel overwhelming, especially when you face trials that seem relentless, one after another. Perhaps you've experienced a season when nothing seems to go right. Relationships feel strained, work becomes stressful, financial challenges pile up, and emotional fatigue sets in. In moments like these, it's natural to ask, why is this happening to me? Or why is my life so intense? The truth, however, is that your struggles have a purpose far greater than immediate relief or comfort. These intense moments in your life are not random or meaningless. They are intentional, and they are part of God's plan to prepare you for a life of significance and impact. When life feels heavy, it's easy to see difficulties as obstacles or punishments. Many people interpret hardship as a sign that they are failing or that God has abandoned them. But spiritual wisdom teaches us that struggles often carry hidden purposes. Just as gold must go through fire to be refined and purified, your life is being shaped through the challenges you face. Each trial, each moment of pressure is like a sculptor's chisel, gradually removing what is unnecessary and shaping you into someone capable of handling greater responsibilities, deeper empathy, and stronger faith. God uses these periods of intensity to mold your character, prepare your mind, and ready your spirit for the season ahead. Your struggles serve as lessons that cultivate resilience. When you are pushed beyond your comfort zone, you learn endurance, patience, and trust. You discover that you are capable of more than you thought possible. Without these challenging experiences, personal growth would be limited. A life without difficulty may feel comfortable, but it rarely produces depth, wisdom, or a sense of purpose. The moments of trial are training grounds for your soul, helping you develop the inner strength needed to navigate future challenges with courage and clarity. Each time you overcome adversity, your confidence grows, not in yourself alone, but in your ability to rely on God's guidance and provision. Furthermore, struggles often reveal hidden potential. Many of us go through life unaware of the strengths, talents, or spiritual gifts we possess until circumstances force us to rise to the occasion. Challenges create opportunities for creativity, problem-solving, and innovation. They compel you to seek answers, to lean on faith, and to discover abilities you may never have realized were within you. In this way, difficulties act as catalysts, bringing forth skills, insights, and capacities that remain dormant during peaceful times. What initially feels like a burden can ultimately become a blessing because it pushes you to evolve and expand in ways that comfort never could. Another important aspect is perspective. When life is intense, it challenges you to focus on what truly matters. The distraction of routine and ease often keeps us from evaluating our priorities or understanding our deeper purpose. Hardship has a way of stripping away superficial concerns and directing attention toward what is enduring and meaningful. In the process, you learn to value perseverance, integrity, and faithfulness. You gain a clearer understanding of your mission, and you begin to recognize that your life is part of a larger plan, one that involves not only personal fulfillment, but also service, leadership, and positive impact in the lives of others. Finally, struggles can deepen your empathy and compassion. When you have experienced pain, disappointment, or failure, you develop a capacity to relate to and support others who are going through similar situations. Your challenges equip you to become a source of encouragement and guidance. People are drawn to those who have endured hardship with grace and who can provide insight, comfort, and hope. In this way, your struggles are not just about personal growth. They are also preparing you to touch and influence the lives of others in meaningful ways. In conclusion, the intensity you experience in life is not a sign of punishment or misfortune. It is a deliberate part of God's plan to prepare you for greater impact. Every trial, challenge, and pressure-filled moment is shaping your character, revealing hidden potential, and equipping you to fulfill your purpose. By understanding that your struggles have a divine purpose, You can face life's difficulties with hope, resilience, and faith. These intense experiences are not the end of your story. They are the preparation for a life that will inspire, lead, and positively affect others. Your struggles matter because they are building the foundation for the impact you are destined to make. Life often places us in situations that test our patience, resilience, and faith. These moments of pressure and challenge can feel overwhelming, exhausting, and sometimes even unfair. Yet there is a profound truth in how life's pressures shape us. Pressure produces growth. Just as a blacksmith applies intense heat and force to metal to mold it into a sword, God uses the pressures in our lives to refine our character, sharpen our abilities, and strengthen our spiritual foundation. It is through these intense circumstances that we develop the resilience, wisdom, and strength necessary to fulfill our purpose and make a meaningful impact. Many people naturally try to avoid pressure and hardship. We prefer comfort, predictability, and ease. However, without pressure, growth is limited. The most valuable lessons and the deepest transformation often occur not in times of ease, but in times of difficulty. When life presses against us, it forces us to rise above our limitations, confront our weaknesses, and discover inner strengths we might never have recognized. Without these challenges, we remain stagnant, unable to reach our full potential. Pressure is not something to fear. It is a signal that God is at work, shaping and preparing us for the next season of our lives. Pressure also acts as a catalyst for transformation. It compels us to examine our lives, our habits, and our priorities. When we are comfortable, it is easy to overlook areas where we need improvement. But under pressure, our flaws and areas of weakness become apparent, creating opportunities for growth and change. This process, though often uncomfortable, is necessary. It allows us to shed limiting beliefs, develop discipline, and cultivate perseverance. Just as a seed must push through the hard soil to sprout and grow, we must endure the pressures of life to reach our full potential. Another important aspect of pressure is that it strengthens faith. When life becomes difficult, we are forced to rely on God and trust in His timing and provision. It is easy to have faith when everything is going well, but true faith is tested and proven under pressure. These moments push us to seek God more earnestly, to pray more fervently, and to depend more fully on His guidance. The pressure becomes a refining process, shaping our character and deepening our relationship with Him. In this way, challenges are not just obstacles, they are opportunities for spiritual growth and for cultivating a trust that can withstand any storm. Pressure also teaches patience and resilience. Growth is rarely instantaneous. It requires time, persistence, and endurance. The pressures we face act as a training ground, teaching us how to handle adversity without losing hope or giving up. Each time we navigate a difficult situation, we build mental and emotional resilience. We learn that we are capable of more than we initially believed, and that challenges, though uncomfortable, are temporary and serve a greater purpose. Over time, these experiences accumulate, creating a foundation of strength that prepares us for even greater challenges in the future. Additionally, pressure encourages creativity and problem solving. When the easy path is blocked, we are forced to think differently, to innovate, and to explore new solutions. Pressure stretches our minds and compels us to develop strategies, make decisions under stress, and adapt to changing circumstances. This process builds resourcefulness, strategic thinking, and leadership qualities. In essence, the very challenges that seem burdensome are equipping us with the skills and wisdom necessary to navigate life effectively and to make a lasting impact. Finally, pressure produces perspective and appreciation. When we endure and overcome intense seasons, we gain a clear understanding of what truly matters. We learn to value perseverance, faith, and the small victories that come through consistent effort. The struggles we face make the moments of success more meaningful, and they remind us that growth and achievement often come at the price of effort and endurance. Pressure transforms not only our abilities but also our mindset, enabling us to approach life with gratitude, humility, and purpose. In conclusion, pressure produces growth. It is the force that pushes us beyond our limitations, reveals our hidden potential, strengthens our faith, and cultivates resilience. Without pressure, growth is shallow and incomplete. The challenges you face, though difficult, are shaping you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable person. They are refining your character, preparing you for leadership, and equipping you to make a meaningful impact in the lives of others. When you embrace pressure instead of resisting it, you begin to see it not as an obstacle, but as a divine tool for transformation. Your current struggles are not in vain. They are the very process through which you are being prepared for the life you are destined to lead. Preparation precedes impact. This is a principle that holds true in every area of life, whether in personal growth, career, relationships, or spiritual development. The intensity and challenges you experience are not random. They are part of a larger process designed to ready you for the influence and significance you are destined to carry. Often people look at their current struggles and wonder if they will ever lead to anything meaningful. They see the hard days, the setbacks, and the moments of doubt, and they question whether their efforts are worthwhile. The truth is, these very experiences are the preparation for your season of impact. Without preparation, your influence would lack depth, resilience, and purpose. One of the clearest ways to understand this is to look at examples in nature and life. Consider the process of a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. The struggle to break free from the cocoon is intense, even painful. Yet it is precisely this struggle that strengthens the butterfly's wings, enabling it to fly and fulfill its purpose. If the butterfly were removed from the cocoon prematurely, it would never gain the strength it needs to soar. Similarly, the challenges in your life are the cocoon from which you are emerging. The difficulty, the intensity, and even the moments that feel unbearable are all shaping your abilities, character, and faith, so that when the time comes, you are ready to make a meaningful impact. Preparation is also about timing. God's plan for your life operates on divine timing rather than human scheduling. Often we want to see immediate results, immediate breakthroughs, or immediate recognition. When these do not occur, frustration and discouragement can set in. However, the reality is that God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating circumstances and refining you so that when your moment of impact arrives, you are fully equipped to handle it. Preparation ensures that your influence will be effective and sustainable. A rushed or unprepared red effort, no matter how passionate, may falter. Whereas preparation allows your actions to be rooted in wisdom, strength, and purpose. Preparation also develops humility and dependence. When you are being prepared for impact, you realize that you cannot do everything on your own. Challenges and obstacles teach you the value of seeking guidance, relying on God, and building relationships that support your growth. This humility ensures that your influence is not rooted in ego or self-reliance, but in wisdom, compassion, and integrity. The world often confuses immediate success with readiness, but true impact comes from those who have been shaped, tested, and prepared through experience and reflection. Another key aspect of preparation is skill development. Every trial, setback, or season of intensity is an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow in competence. Just as an athlete trains tirelessly before a major competition, you are being equipped with the knowledge, insight, and skills necessary for the moment when your life will intersect with opportunity. Preparation allows you to respond effectively, make wise decisions, and lead with confidence. Without the foundational work of preparation, even the greatest opportunities can be missed or mishandled. Preparation also strengthens resilience. Life is unpredictable, and impact often comes in the midst of challenges. Those who have endured preparation can navigate adversity without losing focus or purpose. Their past experiences of being shaped under pressure equip them to remain steadfast when obstacles arise, ensuring that their influence is not fleeting but enduring. The process of preparation, therefore, is not only about equipping you with external tools, but also about cultivating inner fortitude, patience, and perseverance. Finally, preparation allows for clarity of purpose. When you are being prepared, you gain a deeper understanding of your mission, values, and priorities. You begin to see how your experiences, both positive and negative, connect to the larger picture of your life. Challenges, delays, and trials become meaningful rather than arbitrary, and you gain the ability to align your actions with your ultimate calling. This clarity ensures that when your season of impact arrives, your influence will be intentional, focused, and transformative, leaving a lasting legacy rather than temporary effects. In conclusion, preparation precedes impact. Every intense moment, every challenge, and every season of growth in your life is carefully designed to equip you for the influence you are destined to have. The trials you endure develop your character, strengthen your faith, cultivate skills, and provide clarity of purpose. The struggles you face today are laying the foundation for the impact you will make tomorrow. By embracing the preparation process, you allow yourself to be molded, strengthened, and aligned with God's plan, ensuring that when the time comes, your life will leave a minani and a full, lasting mark on the world. Preparation is not a delay, it is the essential work that makes your eventual impact powerful, sustainable, and transformative. Faith strengthens in adversity. This is a truth that resonates across history, across cultures, and across the lives of countless people who have faced trials and emerged stronger. Life often presents situations that are beyond our control, moments when our plans seem to unravel, and circumstances that challenge our deepest beliefs. During these times, it is natural to feel fear, doubt, or discouragement. Yet it is precisely in these moments of adversity that faith is tested, refined, and strengthened. When life becomes difficult, we are forced to lean not on our own understanding or strength, but on God's guidance, provision, and wisdom. Adversity transforms faith from a passive belief into an active, living force that sustains and empowers us through challenges. Faith is often easy to maintain when life is smooth. It is simple to trust God when everything is going according to plan, when health, finances, relationships, and work are all stable. However, true faith is revealed and solidified in the face of difficulty. When the storms of life hit, when disappointments come, and when obstacles seem insurmountable, faith becomes more than just a concept. It becomes the anchor that keeps us steady. Adversity demands that we trust God in ways that comfort never could, teaching us dependence, perseverance, and resilience. It is through these trials that faith becomes practical, tangible, and transformative. One of the most powerful ways adversity strengthens faith is by revealing the limits of our own strength and the necessity of divine intervention. When life is easy, we may rely heavily on our own abilities, resources, and intellect. We can fall into the trap of thinking we are in control, forgetting that some outcomes are beyond human power. Yet, when challenges arise, we are confronted with our limitations. We realize that we cannot solve every problem on our own, control every circumstance, or predict every outcome. This realization drives us to seek God more earnestly, to rely on His wisdom, and to trust that His plan is greater than our own. The pressure of adversity, therefore, deepens faith, as it shifts the focus from self-reliance to dependence on a higher power. Adversity also strengthens faith by testing our commitment and perseverance. Life's challenges force us to hold fast to belief even when outcomes are uncertain. This process refines our understanding of trust and teaches patience. We learn that faith is not merely about asking for what we want or expecting immediate results, but about trusting God's timing and purpose. Enduring difficult seasons with steadfast faith builds spiritual maturity, teaching us to remain confident and hopeful even when circumstances suggest otherwise. This kind of faith is resilient. It is the faith that can weather storms, overcome setbacks, and endure trials without faltering. Another way adversity strengthens faith is by revealing the depth of our convictions. When life is comfortable, it is easy to claim belief. But when pressures mount, faith is tested against reality. Difficult experiences require us to act on our beliefs, to pray earnestly, to make decisions guided by trust rather than fear. In doing so, we discover the true strength and authenticity of our faith. It is one thing to profess faith when life is convenient. It is another to maintain hope, peace, and courage when life is chaotic. Adversity proves the genuineness of faith and cultivates a spiritual maturity that cannot be achieved through ease alone. Moreover, faith that is strengthened through adversity equips us to support and inspire others. Those who have endured trials with unwavering trust in God often become beacons of hope and encouragement for others facing similar struggles. Experiencing challenges firsthand deepens empathy, understanding, and compassion. Faith that has been tested and fortified allows us to guide others, share wisdom, and demonstrate the power of trusting God even when circumstances seem bleak. The strength of faith developed in adversity, therefore, does not only benefit the individual, it becomes a source of light and impact in the lives of others. In conclusion, faith strengthens in adversity because it is tested, refined, and made resilient through life's challenges. Adversity reveals our limitations, teaches dependence on God, tests our perseverance, and uncovers the depth of our convictions. Each trial we face offers an opportunity to grow in trust, patience, and spiritual maturity. Faith is transformed from a passive belief into an active, enduring force that sustains us through difficulty and empowers us to live purposefully. By embracing adversity as a tool for strengthening faith, we can approach life's challenges with courage and hope, knowing that each struggle is shaping us for greater impact and deeper connection with God. Faith is not merely a response to ease. It is forged in the fires of challenge. And the stronger it becomes, the more capable we are of enduring, leading, and influencing others for good. Embracing challenges rather than escaping them is a principle that can radically transform the way we approach life. It is natural to want to avoid discomfort, hardship, or uncertainty. Most people instinctively seek safety, predictability, and ease. Yet the moments that feel most difficult often carry the greatest opportunities for growth, learning, and preparation for impact. When we resist or avoid challenges, we limit our potential. Conversely, when we face difficulties head-on, we develop resilience, wisdom, and strength that would otherwise remain dormant. Life's pressures are not punishments. They are opportunities carefully designed to refine our character, sharpen our skills, and prepare us for the influence we are meant to have. One of the reasons challenges are essential is that they reveal our true capacities. When everything is smooth and comfortable, it is easy to believe that our abilities are adequate, but real strength is tested under pressure. Facing difficulties forces us to confront our limitations, stretch beyond them, and discover skills and inner resources we may not have realized we possessed. By embracing challenges, we allow ourselves to grow in ways that comfort cannot facilitate. Just as muscles strengthen when subjected to resistance, our character, perseverance, and faith are strengthened when we face and overcome obstacles rather than avoiding them. Challenges also foster learning and wisdom. Life's difficulties are often disguised lessons, teaching us patience, discernment, and strategic thinking. When we run from challenges, we miss these vital lessons and remain unprepared for future obstacles. Every trial presents an opportunity to gain insight, acquire problem-solving skills, and build experience. By facing hardship, we gain a perspective that equips us to navigate future challenges more effectively. Embracing challenges allows us to turn what initially feels like setbacks into stepping stones, creating a path toward growth and greater impact. Moreover, embracing challenges strengthens resilience. Resilience is not developed during periods of ease. It is forged in the crucible of difficulty. Life will inevitably bring trials, setbacks, and unexpected changes, regardless of how much we try to avoid them. By confronting challenges directly, we develop the mental, emotional, and spiritual fortitude to withstand adversity. This resilience ensures that we are not easily shaken by the storms of life and that we can maintain focus, purpose, and confidence even under pressure. People who face challenges with courage and determination cultivate an inner strength that enables them to thrive in circumstances that might overwhelm others. Another vital aspect of embracing challenges is that it deepens our reliance on God. When we attempt to avoid difficulties, we often rely solely on our own understanding, skills, or resources. However, confronting challenges compels us to seek divine guidance, trust in God's timing, and lean on His wisdom and provision. This dependence is crucial because it strengthens our spiritual foundation and aligns us with the purposes God has for our lives. The very challenges we wish to avoid become the tools through which our faith, character, and spiritual insight are deepened. Challenges also cultivate humility and empathy. Facing difficulties reminds us that we are not invincible and that we need support, guidance, and patience. It humbles us, encouraging us to appreciate the journey, respect the struggles of others, and extend compassion to those facing similar trials. This perspective enhances our ability to lead, mentor, and positively influence others, as we can connect with people not only through shared experiences of success, but also through shared experiences of overcoming hardship. Embracing challenges allows us to become a source of encouragement and guidance, offering hope to others who may be struggling. Finally, challenges create opportunities for lasting impact. When we confront and navigate difficult circumstances, we prepare ourselves to handle responsibilities, make decisions, and lead in ways that can transform lives. Avoiding challenges may provide temporary comfort, but it also limits our potential influence. By embracing the hard moments, we cultivate the strength, wisdom, and character necessary to leave a meaningful legacy. What initially feels like a burden can become a catalyst for growth, shaping us into individuals capable of inspiring, leading, and impacting others for generations. In conclusion, embracing challenges rather than avoiding them is a vital principle for growth, resilience, and preparation for impact. Challenges reveal our capacities, teach wisdom, strengthen resilience, deepen faith, cultivate humility, and create opportunities for lasting influence. Life's difficulties are not meant to break us, but to shape us into the individuals we are meant to become. By facing challenges head-on, we develop the strength, character, and insight necessary to fulfill our purpose, positively affect the lives of others, and navigate future obstacles with confidence. The difficulties we encounter today are not obstacles to success. They are the very instruments that prepare us to make a profound and lasting impact in the world. The intensity you face in life today is not without purpose. It is preparing you for a future where your life will leave a meaningful and lasting impact. Every challenge, every difficult season, and every moment of pressure serves as a tool through which God shapes you for influence, leadership, and service. Often people focus solely on the struggles themselves and fail to recognize that these very experiences are the foundation for the impact they are destined to have. The difficulties you encounter are temporary, but the strength, wisdom, and character you develop through them are permanent. By understanding that your current intensity is preparation, you can approach life's challenges with hope, patience, and a sense of purpose. One of the ways this preparation manifests is through the development of resilience. Resilience is the ability to endure adversity, recover from setbacks, and continue moving forward with courage and determination. Life's intense seasons test your patience, your problem-solving skills, and your emotional and spiritual stamina. Each time you navigate a challenge successfully, you build resilience, creating a foundation that allows you to handle even greater responsibilities in the future. Resilience is not simply the ability to survive, it is the capacity to thrive in the face of pressure. The intensity you are experiencing now is honing this skill, equipping you to remain steadfast and effective when you are calé, to make a significant difference in the lives of others. Another critical aspect of preparation is the cultivation of wisdom. Difficult experiences teach lessons that cannot be learned from comfort or convenience. They challenge your assumptions, expand your understanding, and encourage discernment. When you face obstacles, you are forced to analyze situations, make decisions under pressure, and consider the long-term consequences of your actions. This process of decision-making under stress sharpens your judgment and equips you with the knowledge necessary to guide, lead, and influence others effectively. The intensity of your life is therefore not wasted. It is building the wisdom that will enable you to make impactful choices and inspire others through your insight and example. Adversity also deepens empathy and compassion, qualities that are essential for meaningful influence. Those who have endured challenges personally are better equipped to understand, encourage, and support others who are facing similar struggles. Life's difficulties teach humility and perspective, helping you recognize that everyone has their own battles. This empathy allows you to connect with people on a deeper level, offer guidance with authenticity, and create an environment where others feel seen, supported, and empowered. The intensity you face today is shaping not just your abilities, but also your heart, preparing you to lead with compassion and to positively impact the lives of those around you. Faith and spiritual growth are strengthened during intense periods as well. Pressure and challenges force reliance on God, deepening trust and fostering spiritual maturity. Just as a tree grows stronger roots during storms, your spiritual foundation is strengthened when you navigate life's difficulties with faith. This preparation ensures that when your moment of impact arrives, you are not only equipped with skills and wisdom, but also grounded in spiritual strength, allowing your influence to be both effective and enduring. Spiritual maturity cultivated through trials becomes the anchor that sustains you and inspires others, providing guidance, encouragement, and hope. Preparation also involves aligning your purpose with action. Life challenges often clarify what truly matters, helping you understand your strengths, passions, and calling. When you emerge from intense seasons, you have greater clarity about the direction your life should take and the impact you are meant to have. This alignment between preparation and purpose ensures that your influence is intentional and meaningful. The difficulties you endure are shaping you into someone capable of creating lasting change, touching lives in ways that extend far beyond yourself. Finally, the intensity you experience today is a form of training for future impact. The struggles, obstacles, and pressures you face are not permanent conditions. They are temporary stages that prepare you for greater responsibility, leadership, and influence. Each challenge builds endurance. Each setback fosters wisdom. Each hardship develops empathy. And each victory strengthens faith. All of these elements combine to equip you for a life that leaves a legacy, inspires others, and creates positive change in the world. By viewing your current experiences as preparation, you can face life's intensity with purpose, knowing that it is producing the very qualities needed to fulfill your destiny and make a profound impact. In conclusion, the intensity in your life today is preparing you for impact. It cultivates resilience, wisdom, empathy, spiritual strength, and clarity of purpose. Every challenge and pressure-filled moment is equipping you to lead, influence, and inspire others. These experiences are not obstacles to your success. They are the very tools that shape you into someone capable of meaningful and lasting impact. By embracing life's intensity and trusting the process, you allow yourself to grow into the person God has designed you to be, someone whose life will leave a legacy, touch lives, and create transformation that extends far beyond your own journey. If you want, I can now compile all 6 key points into a cohesive, motivational speech that incorporates all these deep explanations for a polished final version. This would turn all the 700-word explanations into a complete, flowing speech. Do you want me to do that? In conclusion, the intensity, challenges, and pressures you face in life are not random or meaningless. They are part of a divine process designed to prepare you for impact. Every struggle shapes your character, strengthens your faith, builds resilience, and equips you with the wisdom, skills, and empathy necessary to influence the lives of others. These moments, no matter how difficult, are laying the foundation for the person you are becoming and the legacy you are destined to leave. So, do not despair in the storms of life. Do not shrink from the trials or question your purpose. Embrace the process, trust in God's timing, and recognize that your current intensity is producing the strength, clarity, and readiness required for a life of meaningful impact. Your story is being written. Your potential is being unlocked. And the world is waiting for the unique mark that only you can make. Remember, the challenges you face today are not the end. They are the preparation for the extraordinary influence you are meant to have.